started because we got a meeting at 1. So just for roll call purposes, commissioners on hand are Vita Charles, our chairman. Is that correct, Vita? Vita?
Yes, here.
Okay. Wait, who's coming in? Somebody's coming in? Oh, okay. And Pat McCoy?
And Clarence is about to jump on. I apologize, just talked.
Okay.
He-
Pat, present? Hello?
She's still on mute, but I think that's her number, the 773.
Yeah. Okay. For recording purposes, because our meetings are recorded and we're required by the city to record them and put them online. So if you can reply in the affirmative, Pat, please. Okay, she might be distracted. So also on call is service provider staff. We have our board member, Melinda Kelly.
Here,
And we have our executive director, Jennifer Atkins.
Here.
And we have our chief IT ambassador, Charles Edwards.
Here.
Okay, and did I miss anybody?
and when Clarence jumps on, I'll watch and let you know so that he could.
Okay,
And for the record, you mentioned that Lamont Smith is requesting an excused absence from today.
correct.
Is that correct?
Yes. Absence.
And then we'll update him later.
Okay, great. So looking at the agenda, next thing up is the reading and approving of the minutes from the last meeting in June. If Vita, if you can conduct that, our chairman.
So it was up there on the screen and now it's gone. Okay, cool, thank you. So I propose that we accept the minutes from our June 16th, 2021 meeting as they are written here.
Okay. Do we have a second?
I see if Pat can text us. She may not know how to unmute her phone. Okay, so what we may have to do,
Oh, she can hear. She can hear. She's texting us. She can hear.
so she texted that she seconded.
Okay, all right, great. So all in favor?
Yay.
Any opposed? All right, the June 2021 minutes will be entered into record. Okay,
I second. I'm here. I'm sorry. Thank you.
thank you, Pat.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay. All righty. So let's go into just a brief of the last quarter of what we did.
Can I make a note? I think Clarence also joined. Is that you,
Right.
Clarence? Yeah.
Yeah.
And Clarence Lever also joined, so thank you, Clarence.
Okay.
Okay. Or have you as here present. Okay, let's go to the third quarter report right quick. We're not gonna spend a lot of time. The October 20th report. Charles, if you can pull that up, please. All righty. Okay. So, oh, and Charles also pull up the haircut report.
Looks like he's got it in here, Carlotta Rachel.
No, I put a little paragraph in the report, but the whole report that Charles did is a whole nother document as well.
Okay.
But so for this last quarter for our advertising and promotion thing, we did our annual free haircut that we usually do in partnership with Alderman Harris's back to school parade, where we use the field house at the Jesse Owens field. And the purpose of that event, as you guys know, is we sponsor the time of the barbers and the beauty salon owners, and they come in the field house and they do free haircuts for the kids. Oh, thanks, Charles. So on the report right there. So we had a total number of barbers of 5, total salons 3, total number of free haircuts and hairstyles, we did 26 this year. We also, and these are the participating barbers and salons. We definitely encourage them to, you know, advertise bring their cars, hopefully for repeat business, an opportunity to promote the barbershops only in SSA 51 boundary. It was a little significantly less this year. They didn't have, it was not as many kids, but we had a great show up of the kids that did get there. Faces, the chocolate baby. The parents came. We even had one girl who's been with us. I think she's repeated this. So it was great. We had the whole staff. We in a report that you all should have. It also shows all the schools that we serviced and the zip codes. Okay. All right. Going back to the other report, our social media is another thing we have to report. It's been a little down. Me and Charles are going to talk about how we can possibly get our numbers up, our followers. We've only ticked up a little bit from the last quarter, but we're going to create some strategies of how we can do some more focusing in the corridor. And we also encourage our commissioners and the businesses that you know, if you guys are having something or if your neighbor business is having something, please let us know. We really want to do more promotion and maybe take some pictures, share the link, all that good stuff. So please be mindful. Charles was great enough to add Instagram. We have now Instagram as well for CBA. We're only at 407 followers, but our goal, my goal is actually to beef that up as twice as much, especially for Christmas coming. Okay. Going down to public maintenance. So we have been, the numbers have not been as big as it was in previous quarters from last year. Of course, I think that has a lot to do with COVID. And I think people, less trash. And so the numbers have gone down.
Carletta, you're muted for some reason.
Okay, that was Mr. Glover. I got him. He's good.
Okay.
Okay. So we have our street staff. We did add another young man, Kevin, to the street cleaning staff. And they do a daily report to let us know how much bags they're collecting, trash, the corners, the bus stops, the lamps, posts, and all these other kinds of things. So
Jed did want to mention too, and I'm sorry to mean to cut you off, but because of the various events, we've had help with the garbage collection from other organizations that the alderman has been able to bring in. That might account for it, but I do want to make a note that we have gotten comments from the far southeast, like 74th, specifically where Alana Boutique, that they do have trash coming in from someplace, so we might have to figure out and pay more attention to that area and figure out how we can, because there's a currency exchange and some other things going in. I think there's a lot there. I think there's things being dumped there. We're going to have to figure out how to work on that and see what the timing is and how we can help keep that area clean. I did tell her to please let us know when she has events specifically and to send me pictures so that we can address there. Is there any other problem areas that you all have noticed from being out in the area? So I guess not, but I just want to make that comment.
okay. All right. Next one is public aesthetics, facade improvement, and security programs. Nothing has changed to my knowledge in the last quarter. We are, well, I have put in a bid for replacement of the raggedy banners and to be replaced with newer banners. But the season is basically over, so it'll show up in spring. So we'll see that in the spring quarter. I don't know, Melinda, do you have any planter update status?
Planner update status, I don't, but I was going to ask Jennifer about the Obama banners. Are they, where are they with that, Jennifer? Do you, I don't recall, I apologize. You may have. Uh-oh, Jennifer there? Can she unmute herself, or Carletta, do you have to do it?
No, she can unmute herself. I can ask her. I asked her. There she go.
I'm here. Hello.
Yeah, where are the Obama, the folks we worked with that you were working on the corridor with the Obama portraits?
With the let me put speaker. For the Obama project, for the Obama library.
Yeah, weren't they going to do some, I know you took them out in the corridors to look at where they could put some banners up for the Obama Foundation, or was that not for banners, or was it for something else?
Yeah, we partnered. It was a collaboration with the in Chicago Art Institute, and they did do an installation for the Obama library. And we had a whole flyer, and we put it out there, and they made the selections of where they felt those posters would be a good fit. And that was, I believe, back in July is when that ran.
Did they
And so
mention
now,
when they're going to announce the winners and where?
So the winner, within the corridor, it was along Cottage Grove. And then it was at, on 75th, there at Brown Sugar Bakery. That's what they selected. There's now another installation coming up for the Art Institute, and we're going to do the same thing, and we're going to make sure that the same people are not selected for this. It's stained glass presentations. That's the same thing that's going to be presented in the art museum. It's going to be within the corridor and within the SSA.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll get more on that when they provide it.
Okay.
And so the other, so we don't have any new facade applications that should change. By in December, we should have another application. And security is still on pause as of this quarter.
I talk a little bit about the security. We did a couple of things. You know, we had AGB come in and present because we wanted to make sure that the businesses could get their free consultation on cybersecurity for small businesses. And then we also had a presenter at the last meeting who talked about the importance of keeping the customers' information confidential. I forgot who that presenter was. Who was that, Carlotta?
Yes, Arbor Holden.
No. The young lady who just presented at the last meeting about,
Oh, Deidre Dyer.
yeah, where's she from?
She's from not the state's it's a division of Kim Fox's office.
Okay. So my point is that we have those information on YouTube, as well as I talked to Evan, one of the ambassadors that's going to help us meet with the businesses to see how we identify or how we help businesses with the cybersecurity. You got to keep the customers safe. You got to keep employee information safe, especially in this environment. Which also takes me into the security for the SSA. So we started last year, and it's not just because of, but it didn't help the fact that we had the incident on 75th Street. You know, with the police department and even with staffing with the security firms and not being able to respond to all the activity. You know, as you know, public safety is a citywide issue, or I want to say statewide at this point, if you look at the news. But what we talked about as an organization and in different meetings with the aldermen and community stakeholders, and Jennifer and I attended a lot of those meetings, if not all of them, is how do we use technology to help support public safety? So for instance, we lived through the incident on 75th Street when they had the boardwalk and the gathering. Fortunately, we had great businesses that had security cameras on area, but there is technology that is used in prison and other areas where you can monitor aggressive crowd gathering, because one of the things we learned is that a lot of the disruption and civil unrest is coming through organized social media. So the thought was, how do we match that to help the police department, because and all of us to help the businesses enhance what's going on with the security system and the lighting, but how do we stop people from gathering in our corridors, or people who or groups that may cause us harm before it gets to the numbers when they organize within minutes, you know, to get folks to be disruptive. We want to sort of be able to do that via technology. I know even the last incident, it started with like 300 people before it swelled to 1,200 people within a matter of hours. And even with all of us on hand and the police on hand, those numbers get out of hand, and it still didn't prevent the shooting. So we want to see, how do we obviously don't have that black web technology, or we're not invited to the party to get ahead of it that way, but we want to be able to combat that. So what we have done is we've met with vendors, we've met with AGB, our security provider. we want to see how we can create this electronic security team. How do we beta test this in the corridor?
Melinda, you froze. You froze.
As part of our security initiative.
You
We'll
froze.
never be able,
Linda, you froze. So whatever you said, like for a minute, we didn't hear.
okay, let me see. Am I still frozen?
No.
I'm sorry, am I back? I tried to connect to another.
You back, you back. We can
Yeah,
hear
you're
you.
back.
Okay, sorry about that. I don't know where I froze, but again, I think the point of this is that we will be getting back to you, the commissioners, to talk about launching this in 2022, where we strategically put it, what electronic security measures have been tested in the area or can be tested, what restrictions might come with the sensors, if any, where they will be mounted, and the cost of things like that, and how we manage that so that we can support the efforts of the Chicago Police Department, which is, again, if you listen to the news, they're at capacity and may need some help, but even, what you can't match in manpower, you're going to have to incorporate technology the same as the disruptors who are participating, are organizing. So that's where we are with that, but we plan to get that going in 2022.
Awesome. Okay. The city wanted us to do a little reminder. Oh, I'm sorry, first. Next item on the, does anybody have any questions about the report so far? Vita or Mr. Glover or Pat? Does anybody have any questions?
No.
Okay.
Carlotta, before you get to this, can I add one more couple of things, which I know we need to help? We're gonna have to do a better job with the Facebook thing. The Discover Center is here, right? And they're doing a campaign to get people using the Discover card. They have support and incentives that they're there. So we did have them present at one meeting, but they really have revved up. They did an event just in the corridor on 79th Street, Monday or Tuesday, now I can't remember my days. But that's one thing. And there was something else. Dog, it just went out of my head. I have to think about it. Oh, I wanted to talk about holiday coming up when you all finish. But go ahead.
Okay.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Jennifer. And that wasn't in the report that we need to mention.
Can't hear you.
Jennifer, are you there, Jennifer?
My phone, I'm here. My phone is like in all these different screens. I was trying to jump around, get out of my messaging. So yeah, so which one should I begin with? The services, the business development services, or the Chicago Symphony event that was held?
Big symphony event, could you?
Why don't
Okay.
you update them on the symphony event at the SSA?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how many restaurants provided refreshments for that event, but we did partner with the Kindness Campaign. The Chicago Symphony brought the quartet orchestra on 75th Street. It was a beautiful evening. We captured it with drone footage with the cameras and everything. There was seating. It was a live concert, and it had to do with praise, prosperity, and peace. And Melinda gave the prosperity talk. We did have some people from the different pastors give inspirational things on peace, and then the other one, no, they did praise, and then peace. I forget who did the peace part. It doesn't. I forgot who did the
It
peace
was
part.
a faith-based, but Alderman Sawyer did the
Oh, that's right.
prosperity component.
Okay. Okay. It was a beautiful event, well attended. People were fed. The restaurants came through in a big way. It was
The
just a
police
wonderful
department
event.
was there. It was
Yeah.
really, really nice. And it
Very
was
well attended. Mhm.
dedicated to the parents in the area who have lost a kid due to
Oh, that's
violence.
right. Mhm.
Yeah, so they were part of the symphony. So instead of us going downtown to symphony, we hosted them here in the community on a Friday night. Just again, to just show the strength of the community and as a mechanism to reclaim our corridors, that we will not tolerate
Yeah,
unwelcome
right.
visitors, but we will organize activities to that reflect the community that we are in.
Right. And so people were sitting down, listening to the music. Everyone was feeling a sense of peace and joy that this would be done, in Chatham. And it was a very beautiful event. Beautiful. Okay.
We'll put pictures in there and add it and update the report and put it in there.
Mm-hmm. And then do we want to, I can go in about the business development. For example, we recently, as the corridor managers in the Invest Southwest project through the mayor, we are doing business development for businesses who want to come to Chatham and beyond. And so every Tuesday and Thursday, myself and the team here, we provide business development consultations basically all day. And we're helping people within the SSA grow their business. We're solving permit issues. We're solving real estate issues. And then we're helping people find capital to grow their business. So that's what we do. We're getting a lot of good feedback, and people are now calling us more so. So now we're booked for the next 2 weeks with slots that are just filling up. And that's the business development that we're offering. So we're telling people, if you're a two-man shop, the Chatham Business Association is your third person. Like, you can come to us. We have a full staff that covers your HR. We can find someone in accounting if you need someone. We can cover how to grow your business, access to capital, all the different grants, all the different government work that you want to jump into. If you're not certified, we can help with that. So it's a solid team, and I'm happy that we're able to offer such a wide range of business development services. So that's going very well.
And if they're in the SSA, we respond immediately. If you're outside the SSA,
Oh, yeah, that's
you have to
priority.
get one of those slots. Yeah.
Right. That's priority. In fact, the SSA is not within the Tuesday, Thursday. SSA businesses, that's Monday through Friday, for example.
And the other thing we're doing in 2022 is we partnered with ADP. So it's going to be a lot of HR solutions, training, this vaccination mandate. We want to make sure all the SSA businesses have HR manuals and that they have a go-to respected entity like ADP. Direct access is part of a membership benefit for the members, but it's going to be a value added to the SSA businesses within the corridor. So we're finalizing that. It'll be launched the first of the year. They're presenting at our membership meeting on November, I believe. So we're excited about that too, because as you know,
Yes.
as you do this back to business and the PPP, a lot of that revolved around the record keeping of the personnel and your ability to report and upload that
Payroll.
and be on time, especially with some of the industries within the corridor. So I'm done, Carlette. I just wanted to get that before you got off your report, because it looks like you're going to. So go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna go through this whole presentation, but the city sent me a report and reminded us that we're kind of low on our commissioner side. And I just wanted to put it out there to our commissioners and ask you to, if you know of a business in the corridor who is civic minded, who may be interested in becoming a commissioner, please do so. If you could just go to the third, one more. Yeah, so it's a four-term it's a four-term commission term. It is appointed by the mayor. And we're actually, go to the next one too. And these are like the regulations, the conduct of, they're in the presentation. So it just kind of gives you an overall, just a kind of reminder, you guys know this, you've been through the training. But in the event you do advocate for us, and I hope you do, in getting more commissioners, just so you have on hand what involved, right? As far as being a commissioner and what the position is and what's included. So I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, but I just wanted you guys to have that on hand in the event you do advocate for commissioners. I'm
And
sorry.
we will, I'm sorry.
No, Charles, Charles, go to the next one. The next one.
And more
The-
importantly, we will send people to you to just ask your experience. We know a lot of people are a little nervous about, as you know, the process. You know, you have to fill out forms, you ask questions. They do just like us. There is a scaffold check and things like that. But if you could just let them know that it's not unbearable, well, hopefully it's not, and that you can survive it, and that they can, you know, that hopefully we can send them to you at least to sort of talk positively about your experience. Hopefully.
Hopefully, yes. But yeah, I just wanted to put that out there for you guys to have that is for reference. Okay, we're good. Okay, and so that's the last quarter. I do want you guys to know I had the calendar, the SSA calendar. You guys had that in the last meeting, but we fulfilled. We got our principal stuff in. We got our debt cleared. We got all our documents. Actually, we're going to have one little final meeting with the city today, and we just to wrap up any little loose ends, and we should be good and ready for 2022. Is there any new business that the commissioners or want to bring to the table, or anything you want to ask or look forward to, or for the next quarter?
I am going to ask the commissioner's indulgence that if we could set up one quick subcommittee within the next couple of weeks, just to talk about, you know, last year we did local buy versus holiday decorations, but I really want to talk about that a little bit more before we finalize it. And let's see, because you know, decorations are important as well, and affording them, but trying to get customers in, just trying to see what our balance should be. So I'm just gonna ask your indulgence when you to get the invite, to just join on for 15 minutes for us to talk about that, if that's okay.
Okay with me.
Okay.
Okay. Mr. Glover, Pat. Charles, could you put the agenda back up?
Hello? What did you say? I got a call from Gloria.
Oh, I'm sorry. Put the agenda back up, honey.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that's basically it, you guys, for our meeting. Unless there is any other comments or questions, I can adjourn the meeting. Okay? Are we all in agreement with adjourning?
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Mr. Glover? Is he here? Can he hear?
I think they're okay with adjourning.
Okay. All right. We're adjourning the meeting at 12:47. Thank you guys again for your time, for your business savvy. And we look forward to seeing you guys on the flip side.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.